What's a product you use that regularly blows your mind at how awesome it is? Meta Quest 3. Me and my brother always talked about running around odd zombies, and one day my buddy said try this and strapped the Quest 3 to my face and threw me in Kino der Toten. Everything worked as it was supposed to. It's not even an actual game, it's just a mod on Contractor Dollar. Then I tried Pavlov VR, and it's less twitchy than Contractors for PvP, which is around my speed, and I had tons of fun. Before work playing SND. When I play the Warplanes game, I usually get motion sickness from dogfighting and need to take the headset off. I've never had more fun looking like a goofball. Revitalash thickening shampoo and conditioner. Game changer for me. I have very, very long hair. Tea-like hair products, and I really hate conditioner, so I've just used baby shampoo for years. Keeps it clean and shiny. But the tangles are a problem. It's like wild animals nest in my hair overnight. Can't remember why, but I decided to give this stuff a try. It's expensive, but after an initial wash with baby shampoo, I use a tablespoon-sized amount of both products, and my hair is amazing. I only wash it once a week, and it's practically tangle-free the entire time between washes. GPS. A few people have mentioned GPS as part of their phone's capabilities, but GPS itself is amazing. CKS constantly broadcasting their own position and the time with nanosecond precision, and a $5 chip in your phone is able to use that one-way signal to figure out exactly where on the planet you are. The timekeeping is so precise that the system has to account for relativistic time dilation from the motion of the satellites. It's become such a normal part of life that it's easy to take for granted. But it really is an amazing product. My Roomba. I haven't had to touch my Dyson in almost 6 years, and my floors and carpets are always dust-free. It even keeps the floors under my beds, bureaus, desk, etc. clean and dust bunny free. If there's an issue bin is full, it's stuck somewhere, etc. It sends me a text MSG to let me know what's wrong. It also texts me at the end of its weekly run to let me know it's finished and is recharging. I laughed at the idea of robot vacuums for years. Then I listened to two cousins tell me how much they loved theirs. I bought one a couple weeks later and have zero regrets. Our fancy sleep number bed. First, just being able to have my side of the bed set to a good firmness for me, and my husband have his side set to a good firmness for him. He prefers a firmer mattress, but I need a soft one or my back screams at me the next day. Here it will sense if, say, you roll from your back to your side, and will adjust the bed firmness slightly so that it's still giving you the best possible support, no matter what position you shift to. No joke. This bed has given me the best sleep of my life. Music online. You younger peeps will never understand having to wait for a song to come on the radio, especially if you couldn't afford to buy the album. You had to stand by and wait and wait and wait with your tape recorder for the DJ to finally play it. Mixtapes were true acts of love. And the sheer rage when the DJ talked over the music. Oh my God. Nowadays, I can think of a song and find it in a few seconds, and I don't have to buy a whole record to get that one song you liked. As a music lover, this is also fabulous. PEI natural soap or Rocky Mountain soap. My whole family suffered from severe acne issues and eczema. Our parents put us on Proactive and every other acne cleansers that you can imagine. Who knew that we were all allergic to the ingredients in those products? Once we found True Soap, all natural, every one of our faces and bodies cleared up. I'm talking. Us kids are all in our 40s now, and parents are in their late 60s or early 70s. We all suffered from severe acne in our adult ages as well. Natural soap. The answer. My Meal vacuum cleaner. I initially bought an Amazon Basics for cheap, and after a year I had to replace it because it could not deal with the only carpet I have in my house, which is filled with cat hair. So I decided to invest and spend around €300 for a Meal vacuum cleaner with a bag. Man, this product is created and designed by people who use vacuum cleaners. It is perfect. Easy to use, intuitive and resistant like a little tank. I adore it, never buying another brand. Concepts app for Android, although I understand it's even better on iOS. I knew I wanted to do vector images and stay away from raster drawing, and Concepts has been the most satisfying, professional feeling app I've ever used, giving me so much control over what I'm doing. There's even a one-time purchase option, which I love as I stay away from all subscriptions, and it's pretty cheap for what it is. This might sound weird, but for me, I think it's salt. And however many hundreds or thousands of years ago happened to lick a rock, discover it tasted good, then figured out you could crunch up the rock and put it on your food. But that person was a genius. And sure, it probably wasn't just one person. That's silly. But it still kinda astounds me. I really like salt. Ketamine people make fun of the ads and the concept, but it's the closest thing we have to a miracle drug for treatment-resistant depression and its comorbidities. It's the only reason I'm able to function instead of having my brain fried with antipsychotics and benzos. It's not perfect, but it's the only thing that's provided any relief from what was debilitating for me since I was 11. Imitrex. I have suffered from migraines since elementary school. Both mom and dad also suffer from frequent migraines, and I will forever be grateful for Imitrex. While it does not prevent migraines, it gets rid of them 8-10 times. Migraines are debilitating, and I feel such peace of mind knowing that taking a little pill at the onset of a migraine will most likely get rid of it completely. My bicycle. I live kinda close to most of the places I visit. Shops, family, work, college. It's exciting to walk everywhere, but the buses take about as long and cost money. I get exercise. I get there fast. I have a wee basket and I get angry at drivers and potholes. I feel so French and cultured. I even do that baguette sticking out of the basket thing, and in my Irish no Brennans today. Modern mirrorless cameras, smartphone cameras, and Adobe After Effects. Been a photo and video hobbyist, and for a guy who used Nokia beepers, being able to shoot and edit memories on my phone and PC at the semi-professional level for not much money is like a miracle to me. I wish I had an iPhone camera as a teenager. I'd have made so many videos. What prompted the question was packing for a trip. My Briggs Riley luggage never fails to blow my mind when I use it, in all sorts of ways. It's so well designed and has so many features, but just looks like regular old luggage. I just packed 3-week worth of clothes, my laptop and all related travel gear into a 20 carry-on. This luggage defies the laws of physics. Smoking cigarettes 6 years ago, among all the things I noticed afterward, the more energy, the breathing better, etc. It very quickly became obvious how convenient it was to always have a lighter on hand. XTOB. Fire. The line between life and death for us humans for a very long time, in a form that I can carry around in my pocket. Truly amazing. My clock that projects the time on the ceiling. I've had one for the past 2 decades. I can open my eyes for a second, know the time, and go back to bed. I miss it like crazy on vacation or sleeping elsewhere. My husband does too. It's such a nice small thing. I think it contributes to my great sleep because I never stress about the time. Paracetamol. It's so effective at what it does and practically free. It really, genuinely blows my mind that we have a literal wonder drug at our disposal. T.S. I love you all desperately, but don't make me tap the sign that says I acknowledge that paracetamol has a clear and documented risk of overdose that must be taken seriously. YouTube and Google Maps. When I was young 30 years ago, the only resource I had to get a feeling of life is like an e.g. Saudi Arabia was a low-res photo in one of my children's books. Now I hop on YouTube and can get an English-speaking vlogger showing me around the streets of a minor city somewhere in Uzbekistan. I still can't believe it. A £41 ship AliExpress audio mixer. It's ridiculously good for the price. It shouldn't be. A Lomho AMAX4. Also, runs on 12 volts, so perfect for my busking rig. This singer is using an £80 SE mic. Loving all the cheap audio out there. No excuse not to play now, right? Any map, Google Maps, etc. and to printing out MapQuest directions. And now I can go to any unknown place in driving distance with virtually no planning by typing the name in. and having a robot voice give me real-time directions. My bike, it's so simple, and almost every time I ride it, I'm just impressed that someone figured out we can balance on 2 wheels and get places by pedaling. They're so accessible to so many people, and although the many places don't have the best bike infrastructure, they're a great form of transportation. Tap water. Honestly, it's amazing. Headache, drink some water. Feel like spaghetti, pour some water. Want to grow tomatoes, hose on some water. Feeling dirty, have a shower in tap water with the special hot attachment. Absolutely fantastic. Incredibly cheap, and everyone acts like it's nothing. I got this metal rack for my pot lids that screws onto the inside of my cabinet. For some reason, it's life-changing. I hated digging around in lower cabinets trying to find the right size lid to the pot I was using. Now I just reach down and they're right there. Super cheap. Love it. My Kindle Paperwhite. It's now over 8 years old. Old to charge for a month. And works great. I've used it for a couple of hours most days over that stretch. There's something very satisfying about a piece of technology that does exactly what it's supposed to and nothing more. My Nintendo Switch, just 7 years ago playing console games curled up in bed wasn't something I could do. Now I do it every night without thinking. I know it's not the most powerful system, but its versatility, mobility, and library of incredible games never ceases to amaze me.